Good evening, everybody. This is Jeff J. Brown, China Rising Radio Sinoland, Shenzhen, just south of the Tropic of Cancer. It's 10:40 at night. My loving wife is behind that closed door, sound asleep. So I've got to kind of tone it down. But anyway, this is going to be a fun article and podcast. If it looks different for you friends, fans, and followers out there, that's because today we're moving from this apartment to one right across the street. Anyway, we put back the old lights that this school that we're living in expected us to use for the last 2 years, and you can see the reflection on my glasses, and it looks like an insane asylum. You know, the lighting is so awful. You know, we have really nice halogen track lights, which are now at the new apartment, and we haven't made the official move yet. And my PC is not moved yet, and so you're seeing me with this awful, like hospital ward lighting. So I apologize for that. And before we get started, I do want to tell you that this is about the World Cup, and I've got to show you my T-shirt, man. Here's my T-shirt in Chinese, and it says Shenzhen Jiando, and it's got the symbol. Oops, sorry, I'm looking back. It's got the symbol of the Shenzhen Super League team called the Bulls. And I don't know if they paid for that if they paid for the Nike symbol or not. But anyway, that's Jiando means to like go to battle, struggle in battle, struggle in war, go to war, etc. So anyway, I go to watch a lot of. There's actually 3 teams here. There's the Super League, A League, and B League, and I go to watch all 3 matches. All right, or 3 teams, let me put it that way. This is going to be a fun one. Lots of links and some really cool photos, so do go to the original article on ChinaRising.puntopress.com, or go to the original YouTube or SoundCloud podcast, and I always put the hyperlink there so you can get to the article. The title is 100,000 Chinese going to the World Cup in Russia with no team to cheer for. And there's this great photo of these, maniac Chinese football fans. Inconsolable Chinese football fans who, in spite of not having a national team to root for, are going to the World Cup in Russia by the tens of thousands. The traditional Chinese drum says, "China power." Here's the article. No team, no national glory, no nothing. Yet for this year's football World Cup tournament in Russia, 100,000 Chinese still traveled there for the love of the game, the admiration of the host country, and friendship with its people. Not having a team in the competition did not seem to make Chinese companies hesitate to spend big bucks on World Cup's sponsorship either, shelling out over $800 million for the rights to use the logo. Hisense Home Electronics, Dalian Wanda, movie theaters, amusement parks, and real estate, Vivo smartphones, Mengniu milk and dairy products are among the Chinese companies that can sponsor the World Cup. For months, Vivo saturated Shenzhen's metro stations with the above ad. The name Russia was the second biggest word in its ad after Vivo. And there's a picture. This Vivo smartphone ad saturated Shenzhen's metro stations for months. So that should actually be the below ad. I'll change that before I publish this. Unlike Westerners who have been completely brainwashed to fear and loathe all things Slavic, the Chinese love Russians and their country. Western big lie propaganda has been working furiously to discourage people to go to Russia for the World Cup, with CIA concocted scare stories about non-existent neo-Nazi Russian hooligans when they are actually in Ukraine and Western Europe, the birthplaces of international fascism. English Nazis were filmed singing fascist songs and saluting Hitler in Volgograd, one of the host cities for the World Cup. This is a town that sacrificed 2 million lives to defeat Nazism during World War II. Maybe that is the point they were trying to insult. Your Anglo-landers have no shame since they are organically racist. It's not Russian racism that's your Anglo-land specialty, as can be seen with a British lord doctoring a photo to denigrate the Senegalese national team. Unfortunately, crooks exist around the world, and big sports venues are infamous for fake ticket scams. Over 3,500 bogus tickets were sold to Chinese fans going to the World Cup, these by a criminal outfit in Russia. Ouch! In any case, with the world's largest middle class and adding some 10,000 citizens a day to this economic group, China's clout on the world stage in the arena of consumer goods, marketing, and advertising will only continue to grow. China already has a top 10 global brand in ICBC, the world's biggest, and it is people and state-owned, bank, and other Sino brands are moving up the list. These ranks will look radically different in 10 years as Made in China goes global. Can you imagine what would have happened if China had made it into the World Cup this year? Instead of 100,000 forlorn coulda, woulda, shoulda fans in Russia, it might have been 1 million. The Chinese love football, even sporting it as decor in metros. Xi Jinping is a huge fan, and having your president in your camp never hurts. There's a photo of some young kids at the World Cup. Future Chinese World Cup players coming up through the country's ambitious pyramid development system adopted from Europe. Notice there are 4 girls and 4 boys. Baba Beijing likes its chances to win the Women's World Cup too, and is investing heavily in girls' developmental football. Since Xi was elected president in 2013, Baba Beijing has adopted Europe's children, junior, senior, college, semi-pro, and professional pyramid model of development, spending billions around the country on facilities, schools, camps, and programs. China's short-term goal is to rightfully gain hosting a future FIFA, or FIFA, whichever you prefer, World Cup. Longer term, the aim is to win it. It's going to take a generation of building and working, but one thing you should never forget is to not sell the Chinese short. With Baba Beijing's centrally planned communist socialist economic system and rolling 5-year plans, this country and its hard-working citizens can move mountains in a hurry. I see it every day. And there's a picture of a TV set, at the World Cup. Every World Cup match is played live and replayed many times in China. Above is the studio set for CCTV Sports, China's national television station. All the cultural symbols are there. The World Cup mascot, a football, Matryoshka dolls, and Red Square. Thousands of these souvenirs will be coming back to China in suitcases. This is Jeff J. Brown, China Rising Radio Sinoland, signing out, and I hope you will please, in the spirit of fraternity and solidarity with the World Cup, you will please share this website with your friends, family, colleagues, neighbors, etc., and help dispel all of the wicked Western propaganda that is definitely anti-Chinese. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.